Hi guys, Dazzie here with another episode of my top 20 selling comic books of the week. This time it is episode 100. Woohoo! The big anniversary edition, we finally got there. And today I'm going to be discussing the best selling comics on eBay for the week ending November the 20th, 2020. Yeah, I'm bringing you bang up to date with the hottest selling books this week. Now, since coverprice.com came on the scene, they've become a go-to spot for watching eBay trends on comics, and they scour thousands of eBay sales to culminate data to spotlight the hottest selling books. As always, guys, let's find out if you can beat me, because most people normally do. Starting in, of course, at number 20 on our list this time round, and everything Star Wars is pure fire right now. For me, it's basically down to The Mandalorian, which is absolutely fantastic. It's rekindled my passion for the franchise after the pretty bang average sequel trilogy. And there's so many possibilities now. The potential is endless with so many first appearances, even the minor ones in comics, getting some heat. And this is one of the big books of modern times from Star Wars. It comes from 2015. Number 20 is Darth Vader. Star Wars Darth Vader, issue number 3. Yeah, the first appearance of Dr. Aphra, who is Chelly Aphra. We've also got the first appearance of Treble Zero. So, Triple Zero, who is a droid. We've got the first appearance of BT-1, who is an assassin droid. This is the regular Adi Granoff cover. Dr. Aphra is speculated to be coming into the Disney Plus shows at some point. I was even reading rumours where she could be appearing in this season's Mandalorian. Who knows? But the book is hot and it sold 20 copies. It had a 7-day trend of plus 120% and a high sale CGC 9.8 went for a very nice $266.91. And I ended up paying £13.50 for my copy in February of this year. Later printings also go for something, but the first printing is the real money book. Number 19 on our list. This is a book I hope you picked up. I made a recent hot comic book alert about it, that the character of Adrian Chase, aka the Vigilante, is coming to the Peacemaker HBO series. And a couple of books that we're on the lookout for. The New Teen Titans Annual 2, which is the first appearance of Adrian Chase in costume as the Vigilante. And this book. This is the newsstand version of New Teen Titans issue 23 from 1982. And this is the first appearance of Adrian Chase, guys. Okay? There's your book. What can I tell you about it? Adrian Chase, of course, was seen more recently in the Arrowverse in the Arrow TV show. Made quite a few appearances in the later seasons. Well, this book sold 12 copies. It had a 7-day trend of plus 204% and a high sale raw copy went for $24.18. It's a great book. And don't overpay for it, because I'm sure there are plenty out there. That book is also the second appearance of Blackfire, about her first full appearance. And of course, Blackfire is coming into the next season of Titans as one of the main villains. Now, number 18 on our list is a book that has just had a bit of option news, and it comes from Image Comics and James Tynion. And it is following the path of his successful Something is Killing the Children. The book in question, number 18 on our list, is The Department of Truth, issue number 1. Now, this is a book that is getting a lot of heat, and apparently there are a lot of A-list celebrities attached to the title. I don't know too much about the storyline, but I know my good friend JT Rogers from Pittsburgh, America, has got me a copy of one of the B covers. I believe there are multiple covers for this book. Now, that regular cover for issue 1 sold 25 copies, and it had a 7-day trend of plus 149% with a high sale CGC 9.8. Yeah, they're out there already. Went for $72. That's just watch that one. You know, I certainly wouldn't overpay for it, but it'd be nice if it did turn up on the telly. And talking of telly, this is definitely happening. Again, I made a hot comic book alert about this on the Monday, and the book came out on the Wednesday a few weeks ago from DC Comics. The first appearance of Ryan Wilder comes in Batgirl issue 50, and what a stunning cover from my favourite modern artist, Joshua Middleton. Yep, this is the first appearance of Ryan Wilder, the new Batwoman, who's going to be in season 2 with the Batwoman taking over from Ruby Rose, who I wasn't the biggest fan of. This is the final issue of Batgirl, and it is Joker War Fallout tie-in. This book sold 28 copies. It had a 7-day trend plus 93%, and a high sale raw copy went for $29.99. I paid for a couple of copies. I've got one listed up on eBay. I paid £5.50 each for mine, and it's proving to be quite a bargain. Looking forward to season 2 of Batwoman. It was okay, you know. I preferred the villains though more than Batwoman. That was the problem. Number 16 on our list is a book from 1988, and of course, everything Turtles is hot right now. And this book pretty much came out of nowhere, but it is scorching the aftermarket. And it has the first appearance of Bebop and Rocksteady, and I think Krang, if I'm not mistaken. Like I say, it comes from Archie Comics, and it's from 1988. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Adventures, issue number 1. There's your book, guys. A book that is doing very well. Of course, Bebop and Rocksteady were most recently seen in live action in the Turtles 2 movie that starred Stephen Amell as Casey Jones. Well, that book sold 18 copies, and it had a 7-day trend of plus 150%, and a high sale near mint raw copy went for $535. Oh my days. Whew. Nowhere near that for me, but it's got a market. Number 15 on our list, sorry, is another Marvel book, and it comes from 1979. And this is, I don't know what to make of this, because this is the first appearance of Black Cat. And the book in question, you know it, is Amazing Spider-Man issue 194. Now, it's a book that's been on my want list for some time now, and I remember passing on one at a Western Con for about 180, which is just a bit steep. I think I can find one for under 100. But the reason it's heating up is because, of course, if you've been following the news, Johnny Depp and Amber Heard are going through a really, really messy breakup, aren't they? And Johnny Depp is getting punished big time, and he's already been fired from Fantastic Beasts. Well, his other half, or an ex-half, Amber Heard, is supposedly being rumoured to portray Black Cat. Of course, Amber Heard is Mira in Aquaman, and she's keeping her role despite people wanting her to be fired. Well, Amazing Spider-Man 194, because of that, sold 12 copies, and it had a 7-day trend of plus 249%, with a high sale CGC 9.6 going for $750. Like I say, there is a rumoured Black Cat Sonyverse movie in the works, and Amber Heard is possibly attached. Not happy about that, really. Not her biggest fan. She was okay in Aquaman, but I do love Aquaman. Number 14. That was a great film, Aquaman, wasn't it? If you had to, going off target, I think some of the DC films are very underrated. For me, I loved Batman vs Superman, the director's edition. The extra half an hour or so really made that film. That was my favourite DC one so far. Number 14 on our list from 1991, and this is Marvel. And for key Wolverine issues, this one fits the bill. This features a key origin story of Wolverine's adamantium, a memory loss that was his mystery for decades until this issue. It is also the first Weapon X. The book in question, you probably know it, is Marvel Comics issue 72. Here's an interesting one, isn't it, to make the list? Yeah, of course, the first appearance of the Weapon X program. This sold 29 copies and it had a 7-day trend of plus 105%. And a high sale, CGC 9.8, went for $175, which is insane. I paid £1 for mine from good old Car Boot Tony. I've had a couple of these over the years. They're plentiful, so don't overpay. But of course, everything Wolverine is hot because the speculation continues that possibly Hugh Jackman will be returning for a little cameo role. I've been reading in the Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness movie, which would be absolutely mind-blowing. That, he's one of my favourite heroes, Hugh Jackman's Wolverine. Number 13 on our list from 2011. I've just seen a rumour I'm not happy about. This book seems to be in my top 20. Let's get it out there first. Is Ultimate Fallout issue number 4, the big boy book of the year. The first appearance of Miles Morales, the Ultimate Spider-Man. It's also the issue where Reed Richards becomes the Maker, a turning point where an evil Richards explains his new philosophy to the children of tomorrow. So the reason I say that is going to be in a future storyline, apparently, using the Fantastic Four in the MCU. But back to Miles Morales and what it's all about. I've just been reading that Will Smith's kid, is it Jaden Smith, has been lined up as Miles Morales in the MCU, and I'm not a big fan of his acting. The Karate Kid reboot was a shocker, but let's see, because it's just a matter of time before Miles comes into the MCU. Of course, we're getting him into the Spider-Verse Part 2, aren't we, again? This book sold 32 copies at a 7-day trend of plus 103%, and a high sale CGC 9.8 went for a staggering $1,025. It goes up a little bit. I think it's been as high as about $1,200, and it's been low as about $900. It's in that kind of ballpark, guys. I paid £13.90 for my copy in March of 2018. A nice little birthday present to myself. Number 12 on our list, and kind of running out of things to say about this book because despite there being hundreds of thousands of copies, it still makes the top 20 most weeks. It is Spawn, issue number 1. Yeah. It's just a consistent seller. A whole host of first appearances. We got the first appearance of Jason Wynn, Mel Boglia, Wanda Fitzgerald. They were all in the first Spawn movie. We got Sam, Twitch, and Stephen Percival's first appearance. I think Jeremy Renner is down to play either Sam or Twitch. We've got Jamie Foxx is going to be the new Spawn, I believe. Second title published by Image Comics, and also, of course, Todd McFarlane, gorgeous artwork in this book. This book sold 29 copies at a 7-day trend of plus 128%, and a high sale CGC 9.8 went for $144.94. I think it was $170 last time, so it's come down a little bit, but it's usually between $120 and, like I say, $170. Number 11 on our list, and it is the first runner-up to the big top 10, and it is the big boy book of Venom books. It comes from 1988, and the first full appearance of Venom just continues to hit new heights. In 1988, of course, it was massively popular with a significant print run, and 32 years later, Venom has cemented itself as one of Marvel's biggest and most popular characters. The book in question, is Amazing Spider-Man issue 300. I think the ship has sailed on me for this book. I had a chance of a ratty copy on Oxfam's online shop for about £100, but it was beat to hell. Kind of wish I'd got it now because I'm not willing to pay $300 and $400 for a copy. What can I tell you about it? Well, it sold 15 copies. It had a 7-day trend of plus 203% and a high sale CGC 9.8. Get ready for this, guys. $5,200. Oh my days. Of course, we are getting the Venom 2 trailer any day now. Let there be carnage. And I can't wait for that. Huge Woody Harrelson fan. Into the big top 10. And it's not too bad for me so far. Okay, first up, number 10 on our list is the first solo Moon Knight series. And people are turning to this because they can't afford Werewolf by Night issue 32. I've said it before, I've got an 8.0 of that book, which is around about a $1,500 book right now. And I'm blown away that I own that. I think Werewolf by Night issue 33 is vastly underrated. I picked up a mid-grade copy for £8. So, number 10 on our list, people are turning to this book, is Moon Knight, issue number 1 from 1980. Now, it's worth a pickup, I think, because it is the first appearance of a villain called Bushman, who is rumoured for the Moonlight Disney Plus show. Of course, Oscar Isaac is rumoured to be Mark Spector, which is a good casting. Of course, famous for Poe Dameron. So that book sold 37 copies, and it had a 7-day trend of plus 103%, and a high sale CGC 9.8 went for $499.99. So, back to Spawn and number 9, and this is a book from 1993. It's a book that has appeared in several of my top 20s. There's been a recent boost in sales on this book, and the first appearance of Angela, and the newsstand especially, after a contentious lawsuit over the rights of the character. Creator Neil Gaiman won and took her to Marvel, where she was introduced, of course, as Thor's sister in Age of Ultron, book 10, which I own. Now, there are faint rumours about her possibly showing up in Thor, Love and Thunder, or Guardians of the Galaxy 3. That could be the reason for the sudden uptick in sales. The book in question, Spawn, issue number 9 from Image Comics. Yeah, the first appearance of Angela, who is now a character called Aldrich, Austin's daughter, in Marvel. We also got the first appearance of Cagliostro and the medieval Spawn and Gabrielle. And it is there's a poster by Jim Lee in this book as well. Now, this book sold in 30 copies. It had a 7-day trend of plus 140% and a CGC 9.8, high sailed at $99.10. Good old car boots only, again £1.31, and a nice copy it is too. I've sold 2 or 3 of those over the past. Number 8 is a new title, and I actually picked it up. I sold one the other day as well. I believe there's a bit of hope long term for this book. The book in question just come out, Captain Marvel, issue 23. This is another holdover from last week, and it contains the first appearance of Namor's son Ove and Thor's daughter Bridget. And new characters, of course, mean new long-term potential. We're getting Namor, so who's to say we don't get Namor's son as well? This book sold 51 copies at a 7-day trend of plus 82%, and a high sale raw copy went for $19.99. Now, with this issue, there was an unresolved storyline that happened in Avengers 293 from 1988 that ends with the hatching of the offspring of Namor and Marina. Hence, this book is somewhat of a continuation. A nice Jorge Molina cover. Whew. Number 7 on our list is my good friend Lyric Magic Moments picked up a copy of this the other day. It's an absolutely gorgeous cover, and collectors were all over it. This is a series that was optioned, I think, before it even came out. Now, this cover actually came under fire when the reference photo used by Haberlin was shared online and without proper credit, and folks called foul. His version of the art was almost exact, and artists using reference photos are a very common thing. However, the side-by-side comparison detracted from the initial awe and slowed sales. What was the book? Number 7 on our list is from Image Comics, The Marked, issue number 9. There we go. What a stunning, stunning cover that is. But like I say, it's under a little bit of a buyer's calling foul. The book sold 12 copies at a 7-day trend of plus 371%, and a high sale raw copy went for $25. I've got a couple of the copies of number 1, I think, because of, like I say, there's option talk. Number 6 on our list. This very, very rare that you hear about Savage Dragon. Yeah. Collectors even speculate on political books, and it was announced that Biden-Harris won the presidential election. This book immediately began selling. And if you recall, Savage Dragon also promoted Barack Obama in Savage Dragon's issue 137 variant, which is still pretty expensive, around about $170 to $200 raw. So who knows? Maybe this one will continue to go up. The book in question, number 6 on our list, Savage Dragon, issue 253, the Biden-Harris cover. I think I have one Savage Dragon book in my collection. Of course, it is for mature audiences. There's your book. Pretty neat looking cover. I know you guys must be, or the majority of you must be relieved about Trump being trumped as it is. I know some of my American friends have been talking about it. But I don't know, he's calling foul as well, isn't he? I'm not getting into politics. But what did the book do? Well, it sold 47 copies and it had a 7-day trend of plus 104%, and a high sale raw copy went for $35, but now it's coming down last couple of days to about 15 to 20. Number 5 on our list. Like I said, there is strong talk about Adrian Chase at the moment, and coming into the HBO Max series Peacemaker. Robert Patrick, Jennifer Holland and Chris Conrad have just all been cast, and Chris Conrad is expected to play the role of DC's vigilante. And that appearance comes in a book that I showed you earlier, but this is the direct edition. This is New Teen Titans issue 23, the first appearance of Adrian Chase, who later becomes Vigilante. And I said it before, he was in the Arrowverse. It's also the first appearance of Jennifer Long and the second appearance of Blackfire in this issue. This book sold 27 copies. It had a 7-day trend of plus 207%, and high sale CGC 9.8 went for $219.99. Massive sales. Number 4 on our list is more Star Wars, and first appearances are key even in modern day books, of course, and this is as modern as it gets. It is Star Wars Darth Vader issue 7. This is the first cameo appearance of the Eye of Webbish Bog. Now, the Eye of Webbish Bog was a character that was supposedly going to be used in Revenge of the Sith, Rise of Skywalker, but it was scrapped at the last minute. It was basically like almost like a giant spider-like creature on top of a little hut. And Kylo Ren was going to have a chat with him at the start of the film, you know, where he's cutting up people with his lightsaber on Mustafar, I believe. So they have said that they intend to use that character somewhere in Disney Plus. I've been reading about that. So it's a good book to have. It's also the first full appearance of Ochia Bastoon, the Sith Assassin. Now, this book sold 33 copies. It had a 7-day trend of plus 182%. And a high sale near mint raw copy went for $14.95. But again, that is just coming down now to just around about $7. I paid £3.75 for my copy. Glad to own another Star Wars key. Number 3 on our list, back to Turtles. It is the Big Turtles book at the moment. And it's one, I don't even know if I would pick it up, to be honest. Probably if I found it for cheap, but it's oversized and I don't like those oversized books. It is The Last Ronin, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the regular cover. We all know the book. Massive sales on it. And like I say, everything Turtles is heating up because of it. It sold 111 copies. It had a 7-day trend of plus 105%. And a CGC 9.8 went for a high sale of $119.99. So, number 2 on our list, and we're back to Adrian Chase. We've already mentioned Adrian Chase's first appearance. This is his first appearance as the Vigilante in costume and on the cover. From 1983, New Teen Titans, annual number 2. Yeah. It's a great book, this one. You've got the first appearance of the Vigilante. You've got the first appearance of Lila Michaels, who becomes Harbinger, a big character in the Arrowverse, and recently in the Crisis crossover. We've also got the first appearance of Cheshire. He was a character in the Young Justice cartoon, I believe. It was Jade Nugian. So, great book. Of course, Idris Elba was rumoured to be playing the Vigilante, but he's now Bloodsport. He was also rumoured to be playing Bronze Tiger. But we've got our Vigilante now. And this book sold 66 copies. It had a 7-day trend of plus 241%. And a high sales CGC 9.8 went for $182. I paid £5.50 for my copy. I've sold one recently in around about £6, £7 mark, I believe. So, yeah, nice book from 1983. And that leaves number 1 on our list. And oh my days! Geekosities. Mike Sutton reported that this character could be in development for a Disney Plus series. This remains, of course, unconfirmed. However, it lit a massive fire under copies and even landed in our #1 spot. What is the book? It is a book that was the laughing stock of the comic industry for a little while, and people went out to buy it, to push it and promote it, and it actually got pretty pricey. 97 copies have just sold. What of? It is from 1991, Dark Hawk. Dark Hawk #1, yes, the first appearance and origin of Dark Hawk. Christopher Powell, of course, his first promotional appearance appeared in Marvel Age #97, another book I found for £1. This is the first appearance as well as Philippe Bazin and Saint Johnny. I paid £15 for my copy, and that seems to be a good price now because it is really shooting up. I picked up a couple of other copies for £1 a piece and sold them for double figures. This book, like I said, sold 97 copies. It's just amazing. It had a 7-day trend plus 185% and a high sale CGC 9.8 went for a staggering $310. I want to see Dark Hawk. Let's get it out there. It's a fun read. Okay, that's it. That's a wrap. That's our top 20 this time round. Let's see how many I got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 for Daz. Over 50%, my word. If you like what you see, please like, subscribe, share, follow me on Instagram at Daz the Key Chaser. I'm losing subs. I want to gain them. Help me out. Bye for now.